Welcome back to the game, everybody. This is Robert from Black Belt Gaming. I'm about to get over this cold. It's taking a while, but let's continue our playthrough here of Wrath of Ashardalon plus Dungeon Command. We're trying to take down the Orc Storm Shaman, but we've got some other serious bad guys on the march, so not sure how this is going to end. Let's see. Well, here's the guy we need to take down. Our wizard is over here, and our paladin is up this way. And the paladin is going to go first. Let's see what she's going to do. Alright, we're starting with the hero phase here. For Caliph the paladin, we don't have any conditions we need to worry about, like poisoned or anything like that at this time. Later, we're still going to have to deal with this bad luck curse. We haven't been able to get rid of that yet. I'm a little worried about our ally, the cleric back there, needing to move down into this poison dart trap. But if I remember this game well enough, if you stay really focused on the objective, instead of trying to clear the board and get everything nice and neat before you try to take out the big boss, it just takes forever. So I think I'm going to try to make a rush and do as much damage as I can to the Storm Shaman. So with a speed of 6, we're going to try some diagonal movement here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to put our paladin down there as close as possible. And let's turn her around so her sword's pointing in the right direction. So that's our movement. We're not going to go with a double move. Instead, we're going to choose one of our attack options. Alright, I think I want to use a daily power here. This allows me, it says, you call upon the divine power to switch places with an ally to strike a foe. We choose one hero within 2 tiles. I thought I might use this later with the wizard, but I think I'm actually going to switch places here with this actual ally. So we're going to switch positions, and then after swapping we make one attack against an adjacent monster. For if we hit, we're going to do 3 damage, 1 on a miss. So that's kind of what I want to do. I want to try to do as much damage as I can. So let's make our attack roll here. We've got a 14. The armor class of the enemy is 14, so even without counting bonuses and such, that's a hit. So 3 damage. That is going to be boosted by the Gauntlets of Ogre Power. So that's going to do 4 damage to the Storm Shaman, which is great. That's what I want to do. Alright, so we've hit the Storm Shaman for 1, 2, 3, and then with the Gauntlets of Ogre Power, that's going to make it 4. So a total of 5 damage. That only leaves the Shaman with 2 hit points. Well, this card is used, and we're going to need to flip this over and put that down on the bottom of our deck for our paladin. Well, that pretty much wraps up the hero phase. The exploration phase, well, there's not really anything we can do from our current position. No unexplored edges are available, so we need to go down now to the villain phase. And we didn't draw a tile, so we need to draw an encounter card. And not only do we draw 1, but we're going to have to draw an additional encounter card due to the curse. Alright, I'm kind of out of experience points here to cancel these encounter cards, so this is probably going to hurt. Let's see what we get. An environment card. Okay, environment cards are these purple ones. They stay in play until they're replaced. Ashardalon demands a tribute in gold from all those who take shelter under the mountain. When drawing a treasure token, draw 2 and discard 1 with the one with the highest value. If one of the treasures is an item, discard the item. Well, I can't recall at this moment if this one has been answered by the company, because as I'm playing now, clearly I'm not using treasure tokens. I'm only drawing cards from the deck. And I think most of the treasures are items. If this really were to remain in effect, it would basically mean you would lose all treasure. But this has to come with some, assumptions. So what to do here when drawing a treasure token? Since I'm technically not using the treasure tokens, why don't we put that one to the side? And if anybody out there knows the answer to this one, I'd love to see a comment below if you don't mind. I wonder if this one's ever been asked. What do you do when you're not playing with treasure tokens? And I guess I'll just put that over there for now. So let's draw another one in its place. This is an event. Ancient Spirit's Blessings. That sounds good, actually. An ancient dwarf spirit assists you on your quest to rid the mountain of evil. The active hero flips up a used daily power belonging to any hero. And then you have to draw another encounter card. So let's think about this. What card do we want to flip back over? Well, I kind of looked them over. I think I want to flip my Paladin's daily power back over. We might be able to use that one again later. So we didn't count this one because it was with tokens. We drew this one. It says draw another, so we need to draw another. An environment card. Alright, so this is going to work out even if this one was in play. Let's say it did count even for this game. It would be replaced immediately by Surrounded. What is this? The beat of distant drums warns you of approaching hordes. At the end of each exploration phase, if a hero does not control at least one monster, he or she draws a monster card and places its figure on the closest unexplored edge. So this remains out. Let's put that up there. Now, we're still cursed. So we need to draw one more. Walking Dream. A corrupting influence from the far realm unleashes a walking nightmare. Attack the active hero. +8 to the attack. 1 damage and dazed if it hits us. So we're attacking the Paladin here. Paladin's got a pretty good armor class, I think. With the shield, I think the armor class is 20. Even so, it's +8 to this attack. And that's gonna punch through our defenses. So the Paladin is hit and takes a point of damage. I will just double check my armor class here and make sure, but I think that's right. We did have the shield here, +2 to armor class. Yep. Well, we are hit. The active hero is hit, and the active hero is now dazed. This is the first time dazed has come up in the game. You can only move or attack, not both. And you get to discard this at the end of your hero phase. Alright, I think that will resolve all the encounter cards for this turn. I think I'm going to put this Surrounded up here on the start tile. That stays out. It's an environmental card. So, what do we do next? It's time for the Storm Shaman to exact his revenge. So, there he is. Let's see what he's going to do. Alright, it looks like the very first tactic here. If the Orc Shaman is within 1 tile of a tile with more than 1 hero. Well, he is. He's actually on a tile with the Paladin and one of the Dwarven Defenders. So that's actually 2 heroes counted on that tile. He attacks with a Primal Windstorm. This Windstorm is +8 to attack, It does 1 damage and move the hero 1 tile in the direction of the tile's triangle. Interesting. So that's this way. All right. Well, we might all get blown off this this tile. Let's make the attack rolls. +8 to the attack. Now, I think we just looked at that shield, but let's double check it. You and all heroes on your tile. Okay, so everybody's armor class just got better because of this shield. Let's attack the paladin first. She's the leader here. I think that's still good enough to hit her. That's a 21 with 8 added to it. So that's a hit on her. What about the Dwarven Defender? A natural 20. Well, I think, let's look at the Dwarven Defender here. Only 1 hit point. Well, this picks him up and spins him around and slams his skull into the wall, crushing it. He's dead. He's out. However, the Paladin is damaged for 1. We'll add that to our Paladin's card. And moved in the direction of the triangle. So moved back here somewhere. And where should I put her? I guess there, maybe? 1 tile away. Alright, moving on. Well, we're about to head into step 3 of the villain phase. We need to move our ally for the Paladin, which is the Dwarf Cleric. And that Cleric is just going to move 1 tile this way. The tactic is it moves 1 tile closest, or in the direction of the hero with the fewest hit points. So there we go. Next move is going to put that on the trap, probably killing him. Alright, we're in step 3. Time to activate the Poison Dart Trap. This only attacks heroes on the tile. No heroes on the Poison Trap tile yet. The next monster to activate is the Wereboar. And if it's within 2 tiles of a hero, it moves adjacent and attacks with a Vicious Claw. It says it has a special ability. Death Strike. When the creature is destroyed, each adjacent hero takes 1 damage. I gotta remember that. Alright, it looks like it's going to try to come after... let's see, it was 2 tiles, wasn't it? Within 2 tiles, moves adjacent and attacks. So, 1 tile, 2. I guess I could move him here. And then he's going to attack with a Vicious Claw. +8 to the attack, once again, trying to hit the armor class of 20. Well, we're hit again. So the Paladin takes... how much damage here? 2 more points of damage. So that's going to make the Paladin have to sit there with a total of 6 hit points of damage on her. We've got another monster in the stack. The Orc Chieftain. I believe this was drawn by the wizard, and then we had to pass it over. So it's now in the Paladin's stack. The Orc Chieftain, if it was within 1 tile of a hero. Not yet. Still an empty tile there. Remember, we don't count the tiles diagonally. We just go straight up, down, across, that way. So what are we going to do? The Orc Chieftain moves 1 tile toward the closest hero. And after the move, pass this card. So our Orc Chieftain is on his way to try to slay the wizard. And then we have to pass this. It goes back over into the stack for the wizard to attack us again on the next turn. Alright, I believe the Duragar Guard is in the wizard's stack, as well as the dragon. So I think that is it, if I didn't miss anything. So what we need to do now is try again to drop this bad curse. Can the Paladin get rid of it with a 3? No, we failed again. Our Paladin really is cursed, you know. Alright, that'll do it for the Paladin. Wizard's up next.